All right, are we good? We're live. Chicago Hockey Radio post-game show. Hawks win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals. And when it looked like the Hawks were going to lose another game, they snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And we have all the fellas in studio. Thank you to everybody who joined us from Lee's live stream, everybody that is back now with us from the chat and from that. That was 3 hours of a lot of fun. That was good stuff.
That was so much fun. It's nice to be on the opposite end of this. I'm so used to the Hawks blowing leads and collapsing in the third period, not locking the hell in and coming back. I mean, down 2-0. This team doesn't quit, man. This Sorensen-led Hawks team is always in it. Can't count them out. The vibes and energy is so back. Ryan Donato, Mr. Clutch lately. Obviously had the game-winning assist on Bedard's goal the other night against the Islanders. And today, game-winning goal, just driving to the net, man. He's so good at that. So good in those trenches, those dirty areas down low, net front, just outwilling and outworking the opposition. You'll love to see it. Just a great, brilliant team win for the Hawks for the second game in a row. Something that we can only say for the second time all season that we've won consecutive games.
Yeah, look, obviously a big third period to have that response and come out and score 3 unanswered goals was massive. But I thought we were the more aggressive, more dominant team throughout the entire night. Like, even in the first period when we let the 2 goals in, those were 2 really bad individual errors. And other than that, I thought the team looked pretty solid. And to be able to see them be able to maintain that throughout the whole game and have the massive response in the third was fucking awesome to see.
No, it really was.
Hold on. Before we jump into a couple housekeeping things, Justin, please talk into the microphone.
Oh, shit. My bad.
You got it. Yeah. Give the people what they want. They want to be able to hear you. And also, we're going to get a couple of things out of the way before we really jump into the game. First of all, Best Damn Tape, sponsor in the corner of the podcast.
Shout out.
If you were not a part of the live stream, then this is the first time you're seeing it. So shout out Best Damn Tape, hockey tape, all kinds of really good stuff. One of the fastest growing brands in the sport. So give them a follow on Instagram. If you need hockey tape, if your hockey team needs hockey tape, they supply teams for a lot of colleges and a lot of the international teams on the uprise. So definitely go check them out. And we thank them for being friends with us. So that, number one, also go subscribe to the podcast as well. And lastly, follow us on Instagram too. And if you're noticing all the CHR stuff all over the place, one last thank you to Justin's mom.
Big shout out.
For supplying. Raven's going to get in here and show it off. But want to say thank you to her again for all this stuff. And yeah, it's really cool. So it
was a great day for us.
It really was. But in regards to the game, like I kept saying, like even after those first 2 periods, like the Hawks were knocking on the door. Like Lee mentioned it, I think for the majority of this game, we were out playing the Capitals, right? More shots on goal, more O-zone time. It kind of reverted a little bit towards the end, but I thought just the Hawks had their foot on the gas, right? We're staying consistent, involved in the offensive zone. It's like they kept knocking on the door. Eventually, they were going to get a break. I called it. If you were watching the live stream, I kept mentioning that and tried to speak into existence, and I did. So, 3 goals in the third period, something this team probably hasn't done very often this season. They've been good at, setting the tone, scoring the first goal, first periods, but third periods has been a bit of an issue, but not lately. So good to see them lock in consecutive wins. Boys, we're going streaking here. We are going streaking.
It's awesome. Yeah, chance to win 3 games in a row on Thursday, the game that we're all going to be at against Seattle.
We will be there.
Let us know if you're going to be there, and make sure you mention that, because we'll probably post something on Instagram at some point about us meeting up with somebody maybe in the second intermission at some point. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and if you're in the Chicago area and you're free Thursday, get some tickets. Go to the Hawks game.
We'd love to meet you. We'd love to talk with you. We'll do something in the pregame intermission. We'll figure it out. We'll do a meetup. We'd love to discuss CHR, Blackhawks, everything with you guys and meet some of y'all. So that would be great.
Yeah. But as far as tonight goes, some big performances, some bad individual plays. Teuvo Teravainen had 3 assists.
Second game in a row, he's had 3 points, 6 points in his last 2 games. I think we were harping on him a little bit. He'd gone a little cold since the start of the season when he was looking really, he was on a good run there. He's playing so well lately. It's like, I think he deserves I know he's looked good on that third line, but I think he deserves a promotion back in the top 6. Get him with Bedsy. I think those two would cook together, but good to see from Turbo. We needed this from him. This is why Davidson brought him aboard the squad, so good to see. Contributing to all 3 Hawks goals in this game.
you almost like can't move him up now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how good he's playing with.
I just don't think he's a third line player, but maybe he's showing it. Maybe that's 3 points for the third line. There you go. I just thought about that now. So yeah, Sorensen's genius is almost frightening there. Maybe. Yeah.
No points for Nazer again tonight, but
He looked good though. He looked good.
I think we all thought he had a relatively strong game.
Yeah.
Every time he's on the puck, he just looks so dangerous. He's another guy that drives play and is really creative in the O-zone.
So fast, so speedy. He's got good vision, good shot. I'd like to see him use it more. But the power play, like he got some looks. I do like him at second line of Humber Tuesday. I do think he's due. He's going to get something here soon. I think just keep doing what you're doing. He's doing all the correct things out there. He's been responsible in the D zone. Like he's going to get something going here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just waiting for us, right? He's waiting for the Thursday game that we're all going to be there to really get cooking here. So we'll see
nice.
Frank the Tank. He's coming. He's coming.
I think he wants to do it for the boys.
That's kind of like also they looked really good, and the balances will fall for both Bedard and Nazar.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're able to get a win without them.
Yeah,
being
no
the
points for
ones
Bedard too,
catalyst.
but I thought it was a fine game for Bedsy. I thought every time he was on the ice, he was, some plays maybe he could have probably went back. I'd like to see him shoot it more. I know I've been harping on that a lot, but I think his vision's been good. He looked good out there. He's speedy. He looked a lot faster tonight. Maybe that's the Nazar effect. Maybe he's breathed some like life into him there, but no, he's been looking a lot better. Like we've talked about it a lot, and I think he too is probably just waiting for us to be there Thursday and really produce.
I think he had a kind of quiet game. He wasn't bad. There were just like a few sloppy plays that we commented on, but other than that, I thought he was fine. He double shifting a lot and playing with different line mates throughout the game.
Yeah, swapping the first and fourth line. You see him out there a lot there with Reichel and Maroon. That was interesting. But yeah, I like to see him. I like to see Sorensen giving Betsy more time. He should be playing 20 minutes a night.
Somebody in chat asked when Seth comes back.
Soon. He's back on the ice. He skated today, morning skate. So hopefully this week, probably not Thursday, but maybe Saturday game will be cleared for that. That's just me speculating. But it's been 4-week timeline. We're on the 4th week now. So you got to think for him being back on the ice, we'll see him soon. Peter too.
He was asking though, who do we send down when Seth's back? And I think it's going to be Crevier.
Crevier or Kaiser. Don't send down Kevin. I know he's looked good. I know he has some mistakes here and there, but I think he's shown he belongs up here. His speed's been great. The rushes have been good. I see no reason to send Kevin down. I think either Crevier or Kaiser.
Yeah, I think Korchinski's got to stay up. I think Crevier will go down for Jones, and then if they want to put Martinez back in the lineup, I think like Allen or someone like that will come out. I think Kaiser and Allen. I think Korchinski's looked good. I think tonight was another game where he looked on the live stream. We commented on it multiple times, just like solid defensive plays. Being tricky with his stick, being hard to beat, which is something that he didn't do well last year. So has clearly taken his defensive side of his game more seriously, and that's great to see. And I think he belongs on this team.
I couldn't agree more.
Crevier had a bad bobble of the puck.
Yeah,
that first goal was pretty
bad.
brutal.
That was on him.
Not as bad as that second goal, but Andrew Mangiapane looked like Connor McDavid, just absolutely sweeping by TJ Brody. But to be fair to TJ Brody, he would redeem himself later in the game, tying the game up. So props to him there. But that was a yikes moment there.
Yeah, he got beat bad. But I don't think that was worse than the Crevier play was like bad.
Yeah, but that's it's a young player versus a veteran too. But I see your point. That's fair. Also, letting Pierre-Luc Dubois do that to you, it's not a great look. Yeah.
Thought Vlasic had an okay game. Another game of him just looking more aggressive when he has the puck on his stick, which is nice. He was on the ice for that first goal. I don't think it was really his fault. I think that was more on Crevier needs to be able to kind of clear that out of the zone. But did kind of get caught in transition.
I will say one negative part of this game, the Hawks power play going, 0 for 4?
Yeah.
So that was a bit yikes. But I mean, all 3 goals, well, actually, no, 2 of the 3 goals were even strength. The Blackhawks scored their first shorthanded goal of the season, courtesy of Ilya Mikheyev. An absolutely beautiful goal. I think that may have been even nicer than the Mangiapane goal. That was absolute cinema. I mean, I don't know if you're ever going to see him score a goal like that again this season. That was beautiful. But he had a multi-point game, too. He's been playing a lot better lately. I'll give him credit. Mikheyev's been a lot more noticeable.
He has been
Playing a lot more better lately. He's got good speed, decent hands. So, good to see him playing more to his potential. He's an effective player, good forechecker, back checker, PK guy. PK continues to cook. They can keep that streak going. I think 10 straight games now that they haven't allowed a goal. And now they finally got a shorthanded goal. So that's pretty nice to see.
Also, of course, we score a shorthanded goal the day after we talk about it on the podcast for 5 minutes.
We spoke into existence, and we put the clip out there too, talking about that.
We've already gotten chirped for it, and it's all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's we shouldn't get chirped for it. I feel like we kind of manifested a shorthanded goal.
Yeah,
That's what we're going for.
exactly.
Yeah, a good old reverse jinx. We're great at that. So I think that was all planned. Dutch should take notes there. Nice plan.
I thought Lucas Reichel, although he didn't show up on the score sheet, I thought he had a pretty solid game again.
So noticeable.
And it was nice to see him with Bedard every once in a while. I just think that he's looked great all year and continues to do the right thing. Tassos, you pointed out that you still think he looks a little lost on the forecheck, but the effort's certainly there.
He's learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should be rewarded for it. It's still consistently, I've said this so many times, I sound like a broken record player, but a lot of times when I speak things, enough, it tends to come into existence. So I think let's move Reichel off the fourth line, give him that top six, reward him for his good play. He should not be the forward, and this team is playing the least amount of minutes every game. It's been kind of a consistent thing. So I know he's not getting the production, but I think he's doing all the right things out there that he wasn't last season.
Soderblom had an okay game. He only faced 22 shots.
He wasn't very busy.
He was tested in the third, though.
He was tested a bit in the third,
He did
and
what he
he
needed to
came
do.
up. Yeah, he was good enough to get the win. And
Has he ever won consecutive games? Yeah.
I don't know.
Great to see.
It's a good point.
Good
But he had
confidence for him.
909 tonight.
Yeah. It's not bad. He had a good game.
I could almost guarantee you he's never won consecutive games.
None
in his career.
of those two goals were on him. That was just bad defense. So I can't. It's basically a shutout in my book.
It's basically a shutout.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Shout out to Soderblom. Big shout out tonight.
I don't know what I was on there, but yeah, I mean, he had a good game. Soderblom, good to see. Just the difference from last season to this season of Arvid Soderblom. He's got to be the most improved player in the squad. It's good to see. He could be a piece for us. Hawks have a decision to make. Whenever Brossoit returns, I think just trade one. We don't need his ass. I mean, Soderblom's been so good. Yeah, just I don't know, figure that out. Let's keep Soda. Let's keep Soda.
Yeah, I mean, what a bounce back year he's had.
Yeah.
Just numbers wise, Hopefully he can start getting some wins to make that
Is
record.
this a guy that could be like a UPL kind of goalie?
I don't know.
You never know. I mean,
I do feel like it's still too early to tell. Like, who
Yeah,
knows?
it's small,
Maybe
yeah.
he's just, playing well right now. But I mean, it's like night and day.
He's had one bad game all season. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's had one game where he's allowed more than 3 goals. Every game, he gives you a chance.
Dude, last year it was excruciating to watch.
I think that's the thing. It shows you how much faith the Hawks have in Soderblom. Like, as bad of a season as he had last year, he's still here, right? Like, so
Well,
I
also
know it's more because of Brossoit's
Brossoit
injury,
situation,
but
yeah.
still, he's taken that. I think he took that signing personally, and now he's showing what he can do. I think the goalie coach there at the Hawks, has a lot of faith in him, Jimmy Wade. So, and they're clearly getting the best out of him this season. So that's good to see.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in chat glazing Lucas Reichel. Hey, we feel the same way about him that you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, and also Phil, talk about telling 2 stories. I think he should replace Kurashev with that first line, who, by the way, didn't play today. He was scratched. We talked on yesterday's show about his plus minus being a negative 27 out there. That is absolutely brutal. So I think that was a deserved scratch. Hopefully, it sends a message and he comes back stronger, because I still think there's a player there, but he just hasn't been the same as he did last season. But Reichel, much better.
Was this the 5th game under Sorensen?
I think he's 3-3. He's 3-3, right? So
Okay,
6
6.
game. So he's 500. There you go.
I mean, can we just acknowledge the fact that this team looks
It's night and day.
night and day
Got to
better?
be in it to win it.
So, I don't know if that's all because of Sorensen or if just when you have a coaching change, it always is
there's
going
a
to have
bump.
a
There's
have,
a
have a
bump.
bump with the
Yeah.
roster.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has to be acknowledged. This team is so much more watchable. They're so much more entertaining. They're 500. Even the games they've lost, it hasn't been depressing.
No.
Somebody just said in chat, this team is fun to watch again,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's so real. It's there was that stretch of games under Richardson that was
depressing. There's
it
no
was
life.
just the 1-goal games.
No passion. Yeah.
No offense, just boring. So if we get this for the rest of the season, I'm going to be super content. And who knows? Maybe you put together a few wins and.
What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Finish your sentence.
I'm kidding.
Get it out there.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, no, we're not making the playoffs, but we're still in that, we're still tanking, but at least it's a fun tank, right? It's an exciting tank, a tremendous tank. So, no, it's fun to watch this
One
team.
of the best tanks
again.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, maybe ever. It's nice to see. Very refreshing. It just feels like a different team. I think Sorensen deserves some credit for it. Yeah, a lot of it's probably the players, right? Waking up thinking, oh, like we're responsible for this coach being fired, like time to step up. A lot of these veterans, like Bertuzzi's, the Teravainens, like they've been playing so much better under Sorensen. And that's not just the young guns. Like we talk about Bedsy all the time, but a lot of these, veteran players, Mikhail has been so much better. That's pretty telling.
That second line didn't score tonight, but I thought they still had a
good.
solid game.
They're due.
I think that they're building chemistry.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd be okay with keeping those guys together for a nice stretch here.
I agree.
I think that they complement Nazer pretty well, Hall and Bertuzzi, that is. And so, if we can start seeing some production out of them, that'd be awesome. But I think you can already tell there's some chemistry brewing on that line, right?
Yeah, I think they're knocking on the door, right? Like no production for Nazar yet, but he's looking good. Hall and Bertuzzi have been. Those are two other guys in terms of veterans that look so much better, under Sorensen. So no, I think keep that line together. You're gonna see them, contribute here. Now, I'm loving Donato on the top line too with Bedsy. I think that works. Foligno, as much as I love Foligno, I think he's a little odd plays out there. I know he showed chemistry Bernard at points, but I'd rather get somebody like Reichel or Turbo up there. But we'll see.
Yeah, we need to start having a serious conversation about what we are going to be asking for Ryan Donato come trade deadline.
He's going to get a bag.
I just got a text, actually.
Yeah?
I should bring this up from a friend of mine at the end of the game here. He sent me the tweet, and it said Ryan Donato's on pace for 30 goals this season, #Blackhawks. Friend texted me, saw your TikTok talking about him. 50% retained at $1 million, gets second round plus. I can see Edmonton going after him to replace what they lost in Holloway.
Yeah. That'd be a smart move for them. That's the type of guy you want in the playoffs too.
Absolutely, on your third or fourth
right?
line.
Yeah,
and a guy that's
good net front, right? Good in those dirty areas, can win puck battles. He's just a worker. I mean, I think he's probably the hardest worker on the Hawks. I mean, really, every time he's out there, he's giving 120%.
He's a grinder, and
good heart guy.
He shoots the piss out of the puck too.
He takes his chances.
Yeah, he's not shy to shoot the puck. He's playing with confidence right now.
His goals aren't pretty, but they're goals. He's scoring, right? I mean, he has a leading goal scorer on this team, which is I don't think many of us were predicted that ahead of this season, and he could end up leading this team. I think Betts going to overtake him eventually, but still, like we're this much into the season, he's still up there.
Yeah, I think a guy playing at that level right now, who can play anywhere in the lineup, playing with this level of confidence at that cap hit. I think there's going to be a lot of contenders salivating trying to get their hands on that guy, and KD and the boys better do their best job, haggling
KD,
and
pick
shopping
up the
him.
phone. Yeah, I know Hawks fans love Donato, but I don't know if he's going to repeat this type of production that he's been playing at lately.
Yeah.
So sell him while his value is high. Get those juicy draft picks he's always looking for, and those juicy pros. Yeah, I'm sure he'll cook at the deadline.
But yeah, happy to see him score again tonight, and what a game winner that was. It was a sick goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the second consecutive game the Hawks have had a late goal to win it. So I think I spoke that into existence a little bit. I think we kind of did. Yeah, I don't know. I think I said it would be somebody else, but I'll take Donato all day. Happy to see that.
Somebody in chat just said, I think we're at a point in the rebuild where we need to start keeping good players instead of trading them.
Yeah,
you make a good
Donato's
argument.
not like
I just don't know if that's...
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be a...
Donato's not like a foundational franchise piece
I agree.
that you're going to keep around.
We're looking at recency
He'd be a good
bias
depth
here.
guy.
Look at his career. Normally, he's a 20, 30 point guy. He's playing out of his mind right now. And maybe he could keep it going, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but also he has this career year. Then what? You keep him, and then you have to pay him.
I mean,
so what? Do you want to risk giving Ryan Donato $4+ million a year?
No
is he going to play the same way? It's a
Stop.
contract year too, so that always helps too. I mean, look at a guy like Kershaw. He was insane last season. This year, he's completely falling off a cliff. So, it's not a guarantee I'll be able to keep this up, right?
Yeah, I think you sell high.
Oh, yeah.
Agree. If you can get a high draft pick, you take that all day.
Yeah.
What else? Mikheyev talk a little bit more?
He's been so much better. I think what Davidson envisioned is what he's been playing lately. He's kind of a ghost, as you mentioned, Agent 007 to start the season. No production.
We're starting to see what
he can do. He's a skilled player. He's got speed. He's got finesse. His hands are. Look at that goal. That's a highlight reel goal right there.
And Tassos said it on the live stream. He drives the puck to the net, and that's how you score in this league. You saw it with his goal, and you saw it with Donato's goal too. Yeah. That's what this team needs to do. They need to stop being so cute and passing it around the perimeter. and trying to look for the perfect lane. Like,
Yeah, that was the power play. Like we have four. I think we have 4 shots on the 3 power plays a second. We have 4 shots on goal. Like that is disgraceful. You take it. You have a chance. You put the puck on net. And great things happen, right? None of this cycling around, nonsense.
yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. Shoot the puck. I thought the first power play looked good. I thought honestly all the power plays looked okay. The first one specifically, we had like 3 really, really good chances.
Yeah.
But yeah, just weren't able to get anything like real on net. A couple of deflected pucks that went down low to Bertuzzi. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we could start seeing some more production from the power play. But the PK being top 5 in the league has been awesome. And I don't see that slowing down anytime soon just because the personnel I don't think is going to change.
But you know what? I will say this. It's good to see us play better at even strength today. That's been a problem this team. We've been lousy at even strength. Most of our goals, like our power play has actually been scoring a lot of our goals, right? The PK's been great. That's been consistent. I think it's top 4 in the league right now. Power play's probably dropped out today, but an even strength win. All of our goals even strength. I don't think you could say that a lot now this team this season. So that's good to see. You're going to win more games like that where you're not relying on your special teams to win.
Yeah. I mean, good team win overall.
Good heart, good grit.
Who else? Are there any specific guys we kind of missed and should talk about?
I mean, Brody really redeemed himself.
He did.
If he hadn't
He
scored
had
that
to
goal,
That could have been bad.
that would have been, I think, probably 10 minutes of this post game.
Yeah. We
We
would
were
have been.
ready
would've
to
been
dog him
clowning
so
it.
bad, but he kind of shut us up after that. He took it personally.
Because it wasn't just that goal. He had gotten blown past on another play like a few minutes prior in the first. That was just like, dude, this guy is a problem out there.
Every time he's out there, you hold your breath in the D zone. That Kevin Brody D pair, woof, not the best defensive pair there. But
I think that also tells you, how solid Kevin has actually been in his own zone.
He's looked so much better.
Is that he's been fine. What was he a minus tonight? What
Who?
Was his? Korch. No,
he
Korch.
was so noticeable today too.
Korch was nothing. He was.
No, he was fine.
It was good. I said this on the live stream too. A lot of the young players, Nazar, Bedard, Korchinski, they're all automatic. Vlasic even sometimes, although he doesn't carry the puck a whole heck of a lot through the neutral zone. But Korchinski and Nazar especially are both automatic zone entries, which is so big.
They've been so good with that. The zone entry's been much better under
It's so massive
Sorensen.
that we have like several of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like the modern NHL, the modern power play is you're not dumping and chasing. You need to have guys that can go with speed through the center of the neutral zone and get you set up without having dumped the puck into their zone.
Yes, preach, brother. That's been a big part of this team, why we've seen more success, right? Getting younger, too, right? That's a big part of why we've seen this more speed infested of this team, right? We don't have a bunch of slow unks out there. We've got that balance of power. We got the slow unks who can win the battles in the trenches and the fast, speedy young guns who can get the puck in the zone, get the possession going. It's good to see.
Also, something on that power play that I noticed with the zone entries is that it seemed like they were actually favoring giving the puck to Nazar over Bedard, which is honestly awesome.
Because they're always covering Bedard, right?
Yeah.
Nazar is more of an unknown entity, right? So the teams don't cover as much. Bedard's always getting double teamed out there. He never has time and space, but it opens up lanes for other guys. And now they got another guy on this team who can finish like him. It's going to come to fruition. I guarantee it. This power play, keep those two together. You're going to see that production come.
You already saw, even though they did not have any success on the power play tonight, you could see it already that Nazar is another guy that's out there that teams have to respect because of how creative he is
Bedard out.
and how badly he can hurt you with a pass that nobody sees coming.
Now teams are like, nobody can just shut down Bedard and shut down the whole power play. Not anymore. You got to pay attention to Frank the Tank, too.
You got two guys.
Something big is coming there. Those two are going to cook.
Yeah. Just wait till we get a legit goal scorer or like a legit net front guy.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah, Foligno Maroon were not very effective in that roles today, but that would help out a lot, right? Getting like a Sam Bennett type there would be nice.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, what a game. Anything else? I mean...
No, not much for me, really.
I don't do notice the face-offs. And I swear every game it's always 60-40. 61.4 for the Caps, 38.6 for us. I know Jonathan Toews, we got another new Instagram story from him today, new Instagram post. Maybe he can come back and be a face-off coach for the Blackhawks, teach Bedsy and co how to win these draws. I think if we could do that, we're set. I mean, that's one of the only negatives I have right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm starting... Like, I feel like the vibes are just starting to get so more positive around here.
Yeah.
The team's starting to play well. You've got these young guns up on the NHL roster. You've got all these prospects that you know are killing it in their own leagues, respectively, like the Kancerovs and the Moores and the Rinzels, the Lardises, and the guys in Rockford. It's like, dude. And then you think about what we're going to get in this draft, and it's like all of a sudden,
hell yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
watch out.
The future is bright, man. I mean, brighter days ahead, and it's just good to see this new life and invest and brought into this team with this new with Sorensen. It's great to see. Freed from the dump and chase hockey of Luke Richardson.
Yeah,
that was
dude.
infuriating to watch, and it's very refreshing.
Yeah, clearly, as we stated many times, not the style of play that fit this group.
No, not
and
rebuilding
I
this
think we've seen that this far. Just a few games into Anderson's.
Could you imagine Frank Nazar and Kevin Korchinski trying to play in Luke Richardson's system? That'd be a disaster.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the transition to the NHL is a lot easier for those guys playing under that Ice Hawks coach. You're coming into it and you're used to his system and style of play. That your young rebuilding team should be utilizing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else?
No. Great.
Podcast tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All of
Kraken
us.
on deck Thursday too. We will be there.
Kraken on deck, and then Justin will have the night off from the post game, and me and Lee will scurry back for a post game show unless you can get back quick enough.
I'd be happy to do it.
But Lee lives right by there.
I don't take days
We're not
off.
too
I'd
far
love
away
to.
here.
Well, I mean, it's your guys' call, but yeah, we will be at the game. It'll be fun, and we got the pod tomorrow too. So we're cooking CHR content. I mean, it's like how many consecutive days are we doing now? Friday pod 2, Saturday game, like we just constant.
If you go back to last week, what did we say, Raven? It's like 11 days, 12 days.
I think 12.
12 straight days of content.
Look
we're
at
putting
that.
out.
Look at us. Look
Because
at us.
the
We're
games are
grinding.
on like Tuesday, Thursdays, with the pod coming out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So
Yeah. So, boys, when we request subs and followers, it's just
we mean it.
we really appreciate it. We don't mean to sound like we're fiends, scratching our necks.
Fiend.
But
like, holy cow.
but we really appreciate it. So I mean, thanks
And
so
Lee
much.
is getting a tattoo when we hit 1,000 subs.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, dude.
He's
Hell
getting
yeah.
the CHR logo right here on his
My
shirt.
Betsy
Shit,
tattoo.
dude.
When we get 1,000 subs, and if we get
Sign up
1,000
for
on
this
Instagram, yeah,
We're close. We're not that far away. We're at what, 400 right now? So.
Yeah, the Instagram's doing all right, but
Yeah, my
Get 1,000.
Beans followers need to help me out here. Yeah, let's bump those numbers up.
Yeah,
Those are rookie
almost
numbers.
almost at 300 subs too. So appreciate you boys so much. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I think this was the most fun live stream yet
Oh, this
by
is so
far. It was
We're gonna do
awesome
more.
having Justin in the stew again. And yes, we are gonna hopefully do at least one more before Justin goes back to school.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that. Any other housekeeping? Discord. Join the Discord. I finally joined the Discord. I was the 20th
time.
member. Follow us on X, on Twitter at Chicago Hockey Radio.
oh gosh, for Lee's unhinged takes on Twitter.
If you
Watch
see,
out.
if you see me arguing with a pleb on Twitter, just keep it pushing, or like me, or like my tweet to boost my odds in the disagreement or the argument. But other than that, just carry on. And then follow us on TikTok and Instagram as well.
Yes, sir.
And shout out Best Damn Tape too. They're awesome over there. Give them a follow on Instagram.
Yes.
Say Lee from CHR sent you.
Say Lee sent you and said that you have the best damn tape.
Yeah. Say they have the best damn tape. See everybody tomorrow.
Thank you, Mrs. Lynch.
Adios.